So this and this is the IELTS writing exam for 2024. So certain changes of 2024 will also be addressed here in this lecture. So now IELTS writing exam is the exam of 60 minutes in total. So total there will be 60 minutes in exam room, and in these 60 minutes students have to perform two different tasks. The first task, two tasks students have to perform. These two tasks, what students have to perform, are known as number one. The first task is known as the summary writing for academic students. Academic students means the students who wish to go abroad for the sake of study. Academic students, and this will be letter writing. This will be letter writing if the person is going abroad for the sake of work. So I'm writing two things here. One is the letter writing, one is the summary writing, and letter writing is for those people who are going abroad for work, means they are known as GT students, and this is summary writing if we talk about the students who are going abroad for the sake of study. It is the first task the students have to do in their writing exam. The second task, what they have to do in these 60 minutes, that task is known as essay writing. It is essay writing. And essay writing is same for both academic, it is same for the both academic and the GT students. So it is same for the both academic and the GT students. So nothing new is to be done by, nothing different is to be done by the both categories of the students. So the first thing is the summary writing, and the second thing is the essays writing, summary essay. What is summary writing in 8 words? I'm repeating again, in IELTS writing exam 2024, the students will be given 60 minutes in exam room. In these 60 minutes, the students have to perform two tasks. The first thing is the summary writing for academic students and the letter writing for the GT students. Essay writing is the second task what they have to perform. What is summary writing? Students will be provided 20 minutes out of 60. 20 minutes out of 60. So 20 minutes total, 20 minutes will be given for the summary writing. And students have to write 150 words in total on a picture. On a picture. And this picture can be a graph. This picture can be a line chart. This picture can be a bar chart. This picture can be a process diagram. This picture can be a life cycle diagram. This picture can be a pie chart, and even this picture can be a sort of map as well. So now in IELTS writing exam, task number one, the students should be provided with 20 minutes. And in these 20 minutes, they have to write 150 words in minimum. 150 words in minimum, and in 150 words in minimum on a picture, and this picture can either be 20 minutes summary writing, 150 words, and on a picture which can either be a graph, line, bar, process diagram, life cycle, pie chart, or a map. Okay, so this can be either of them. So now, if we talk about the summary writing, what happens further? After writing 150 words in minimum, the students will be given 33% marks. 33% marks in writing from this side out of total 100% marks. So in total marks of 100%, 33% marks will come from this side. Okay. So now, what is summary writing? Summary writing is a write-up of Summary writing is a write-up of 20 minutes, 150 words on a picture which can either be of these all, and 33% marks will be contributed in exam by this question out of 100% total marks in exam room. So it is a brief of task number one, and this task number one is known as summary writing in IELTS writing exam. So now I'm going to write here the task number one. And this task number one in IELTS exam is known as the summary writing. And the summary writing will be then be further classified into all these following types. And I believe that this brief introduction of summary would have made some sense for you. And after the class, you will receive this what the whole write-up I have made. The whole write-up will be sent to you. Do not get worried at all. The whole write-up will come to you so that you people could revise it back in home. Do not get worried about anything that you are not writing. That is not even a problem if you are not writing, because I am writing for you only. Okay. So the second task the students have to perform in exam. The second task students have to perform in their exam is the essay writing. So now, what is essay writing? Essay writing is known as task number 2, and
Excuse me, sir.
this will be known as task number 2. So now, the second task is known as the essay writing. So we will name this essay writing as task number 2. This task number 2 in IELTS writing exam will be known as essay writing. And in this essay writing, there is no bifurcation. There is no difference in the GT students and the academic students. And students have to write, or rather, but first I should write that students will be provided with the total 40 marks. The students will be provided with a total 40 minutes. Students will be provided with 40 minutes for essay writing, and they have to write 150 words of summary. No, they have to write 250 words in minimum. They have to write 250 words in minimum on any one of 5 different topics. Students have to write 250 words in minimum on any one of 5 different type of topics. That means in exam, the IELTS essay can be from either of the 5 different sides. What these 5 sides are? Number 1, the first essay, a first type of essay that we will cover, an IELTS general essay writing book of the Cambridge University says, is the advantages and disadvantages and disadvantages essay. The first type of essay that can come in exam is advantages and disadvantages essay. Number 2, the second type of essay that can come in exam, problems or problem and solutions essay. Problem and solutions essay. The third type of essay that can appear in exam or that can come up in exam, agree or disagree essay. The fourth type of essay that can be in exam, I should write it complete, agree or disagree essay. The fourth type of question that can come in exam on essay is known as opinion. The fourth type of essay is opinion essay. Okay. So opinion essay is the fourth type of essay that can come in exam. Fifth essay is known as two questions. Two questions essay, and this will be a new name for you. What do you mean by the two questions essay? Two question essay. For example, nowadays a lot of people are migrating from the rural areas to urban areas. आजकल बहुत से लोग देहातों से शहरों की तरफ आ रहे हैं. What can be the reason behind this migration? It is question number one. What government should do in the rural areas to control this migration? So it is the second question. The first question is why the migration is. The second question is what government should do to control this migration. So there are overall two questions. One is why this migration is, and the second question, what government should do in the rural areas to control the migration. There are two questions. So in exam, there can be 5 different topics, and anyone out of them can be given to us by the examiner. So I'm repeating again, task 2 IELTS writing exam. It is essay writing for both GT and the academic students. 40 minutes and 250 words are required to be written by the students on any one of the 5 topics, which can be advantages, disadvantages, problem solution, agree, disagree, opinion, and 2-question essay. This can be anyone out of these all 5 in exam. But there is another thing. Sometimes we see that examiner gives us positive and the negative views. So positive and the negative views, positive and positive and negative views, positive and the negative views. If this essay appears in exam, always remember that this is the part of advantages and disadvantages essay. Number 1, number 2. Sometimes examiner asks us to discuss. That is known as discussion essay. Discussion essay is a brother of opinion essay. So there are total only 5 types of essays. Positive, negative views means same as what advantages and disadvantages essay. Discussion essay, same as what it is opinion essay. So there are no 7 type of essays. There are 5 type of essays which can appear in exam. What these are: advantage, disadvantage, or negative, positive views. Number 2, problem and solution. Number 3, agree or disagree. Number 4, opinion or discussion essay. And number 5 is the 2-question essays. These are 5 different type of questions which can appear in exam, and students have to be very strong with their grip upon the essay, and then they will get the good ranks. So now I'm going to write something more here, and after that I will take your questions. Number 3, essays will give you 66% marks out of total 100% in exam. So now 66% marks will be contributory or will be contributed by the essay, and 100 out of total 100%, and 33% marks will be given by the summary or the letter. So essays will contribute 66%. So net formula, the net formula for band calculation in writing exam. In writing exam of IELTS writing. So what is the net formula? The net formula is summary marks plus essay marks plus essay marks, summary marks plus essay marks plus essay marks divided by 3, and I'm closing the bracket. It is what the formula on which your band of writing will be calculated. So we should be very vigilant to understand that summary will give us only 1 part out of 3, and essay will give us 2 parts out of 3. So I'm taking a little part and I'm giving you time to look at the screen and ask me any question so the people are happy. So now when we reach here at the band calculation, remember the band will vary from 0 to 9. The score in the writing exam will always be given in terms of a word band. That is 0 for the minimum and 9 stands for the maximum. The rough formula of the calculation is if somebody gets 50% marks, he will be given 4.5 band, 60% 5.5, 70% 6.5, 80% 7.5, 90% 8.5, and 100% would be given the 9 bands. So I'm going to now discuss what is the marking criteria of IELTS writing exam. So you will be receiving a new link after 1 minute. Inshallah.